What's going on, guys? K-Star here, back with another action figure unboxing review. Today we're going to be having a quick look at the Medicos JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 Super Action Statue Rohan and Heaven's Door figure. So, as you can see, we've already got him out there in a little pose, and you've got his stand / superpower next to him, so this is quite a good one. You get quite a few bits. So let's get straight into him. So, yep. Here we've got Rohan here. So, as always, we'll start with the box. So you've got this lovely JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Medicos box, as always, looking really shiny and pristine. So you have the front of the box with the window display, and the Rohan figure would be in there, as always. You got the side of the box with some nice art of Rohan and the stand there. You got the back of the box with Rohan, Heaven's Door, and then the Medicos seal of approval right there, doing some nice JoJo's poses. You've got a picture of his faces, quite a nice interchangeable face today, something slightly different, a gritting teeth face, and all his accessories there. The bottom with all the terms and conditions, age restrictions, Japanese shebang as always. Other side, as you know, another picture of the art. And finally the top with JoJo, Rohan Kishibe and Heaven's Door at the top. So yeah, what we can do is we can crack open the box as always, as we always do with these. Toss that over there, and you'll be greeted to a nice sight of Rohan. Just a quick look at what you get inside. So you get Rohan and all his accessories there, his spare head and his extra accessory, and the nice film that we always get with Medicos. So we'll put that to one side and get straight into the review. So my sister today has been kind enough to lend us some high power lights, so we'll see how they go in the video. Might be a bit overpowering, but regardless, it's worth a try. Always welcome to try something new. So yeah, Rohan here looking extraordinary. Paint job with Medicos, as always, is absolutely perfect. So Rohan is an interesting character. The creator of the manga kind of put himself, or a version of himself, and he made a character that would mirror himself. So in the anime, this guy is a manga artist, just like the creator of the anime, and he's got loads of money, and it goes through his life about life of a manga artist and all the extraordinary things he needs to give him motivation to keep drawing. So it's quite interesting that a creator would actually make a character based on himself in the anime, which is pretty cool. So he's a fan favourite. So to start with, we'll do paint and detail. We'll go his nice green tinted hair and his headband, golden earrings, face and eyes looking absolutely pristine. Zoom in for you there. Absolutely brilliant. All the way down to his very flamboyant, let's say super manly crop top with his golden pins. White, sorry, my hand's shaking like a leaf. All the way down, tint of green, looks very material like. Down to his trousers and his belt, also painted extraordinarily. You got a little bit of colour code in there, purple and yellow, going with the gold and the black with the belt. You can go round, showing the paint and detail goes all the way to the back, absolutely perfect. Down to his pants with the golden tint and the grey shading in between the pants, so looking really sharp there. All the way down to his awesome, and JoJo's characters always have loafers, expensive shoes. So this guy's got his $1,000 yellow green laced loafers with the purple soles, which looks awesome. So quite a simple paint job for this guy, but other than that, it looks pretty dope. considering the simple paint job. So not too shabby at all. Can't argue with that. So I'm just going to put him here, and then we'll quickly go into Heaven's Door, his superpower. So with this guy, he comes with his actual superpower. So as we were saying, the character, we can say he's basically the artist, the creator of JoJo, has put himself in the anime and the manga. So his power in the show is anyone that sees a manuscript, so anyone that sees a piece of his work, manga, here, gets turned into like a book, an open book, and then Rohan can then read their life and know everything about them is written on the pages that are written all on their body. And then he can also edit, so if he finds an enemy that's trying to attack him, he can use Heaven's Door, show him the piece of manuscript, then the person will be incapacitated on the floor, can't see, can't do a thing, can't move, and then he can write something like, "You cannot harm Rohan," on their pages, and then they can never attack this guy. So for me, for a manga artist, that's a pretty OP stand. So yeah, we'll get into the paint and detail of this guy. So nice gold, translucent plastic, goes all the way down, snazzy hat, nice eyes, the gold and the white gold mixes really well together, bit of silver metallic shading, so looking really good there. And it's just basic really, but then it even goes down to the loafers, nice gold and green laced, and then all the way to the back. So again, pretty simple paint job, but works nonetheless. So while we're here, we may as well get into some articulation. So for this guy, because he's a smaller figure, he's got the basic left and right really good, up and down with the neck, which is pretty awesome. Can go 90 with his arms. You can twist the wrists all the way around, but it's delicate because he's a small figure, and you can turn the arm all the way around, but it's delicate. But no shoulder bend, obviously. His legs, they can't move side to side, but you get a knee pivot there, and you can go all the way around at the ankle, and you've got no toe pivot because you're a smaller guy. But for a small little extra for the stand, I think that's pretty dope, to be honest. So for Rohan, he's not really a super poseable guy, he's more for aesthetics. So in the show, he was one of the guys that didn't do as many poses. So we'll show. His head can rotate the full swivel, but we're not going to do it because he's quite delicate. You can go up about that far and down about that far, looking down, which is quite good. His neck can move backwards and forwards, but it's very tight. I don't know if you can see that good enough. His arms, you've got like a little shoulder thing, and you can move that out the way, and you can get like kind of not quite 90, but either way you can still pose him. You get a swivel at his elbow, but it's really delicate, so I'd always be careful because you have this elbow kind of joint there and you don't want that to pop out. You do get a pivot there, a joint, so you can do up, down, various things there. And obviously you get your ball joint at your wrist up and down, and you can turn that all the way around if you really want to. And then when you're done, you carefully swivel that back down, put his arm back in place. So yeah, not bad for the arms. For the chest, you can go crunch all the way back and side to side, so very good. For the stomach, the only thing is, because this is sculpted to his trousers, I don't think you can swivel his stomach. That looks like you probably can, but what I'm trying to say is this crotch piece here, the belt, looks like a separate floating piece, so I think it's all sculpted. And even with some hot water, you can't swivel his waist, so that is a bit of a shame. But I'd rather have a nice paint and detail and sculpt rather than an extra swivel. So if you're getting this guy, you'll be just getting him because you like the character and you like the show, and for the aesthetics really. He's not super poseable, so that is a drawback. But then he is cheaper than the others because he's on sale currently, so that's not too bad. For the legs, if we just put his arm back like that. You can't really go side to side, so you can't do like a kick like the other characters can do. No gymnastics, because this belt piece here will get in the way and you'll break it off if you do craziness. You can go back quite far for a kick, but that's it really. His knee's quite good though. It can go about 90, so that's not too bad. Like that. So, as I said, he's not really a poseable character in the show. He's more of a stationary, get the job done kind of guy. So yeah, not much for the legs, unfortunately, but finally you get this like ankle piece here that floats. His foot can go up and down. It can twist side to side, but I'd be very, very careful because it does look like it would break. And you get a toe pivot as well, as usual. So yeah, that's it really for Articulation. Not the best poseable guy, twistable geezer. A lot of other action figures can do a lot better than that, but as I said, you're paying for the character. If you like him, you won't be buying him if you don't like him, because of the obviously the design, the flamboyant outfit. You might not want just a random geezer in your collection unless you know the anime, but if you do know the anime, you know he's a great character, so you'll be grabbing him mainly for the sculpt and just to keep him. And also in the show, he changes his outfit every episode. He's the only character I know that switches his outfit daily. So every episode you see him, he'll be wearing something different. So he's definitely based off the creator of the show and the content, so it's quite good. Finally, we'll go into some accessories. So as you've already seen, Rohan comes with his Heaven's Door stand, which is pretty awesome. Can't go wrong with that. Not having to buy a figure separately is always a Brucey bonus, so he comes with him. He comes with 2 pieces of manuscript. So that's his comic book that he shows to the enemies, and then they are incapacitated with his power. You get a display base. You know me with display bases, I don't use them, but this one is rather good for Heaven's Door because you can just clip him in, and in the show he flies. So then you can display Rohan standing up, and then Heaven's Door can just be floating behind him. So again, breaking a habit. You get his art manga book for when he's on the travels, and then you just easily hook that there. And you can have that effect like that, as you saw at the start of the video, which looks pretty dope in my opinion. Always good to have extra stuff. Love that. Yep. So that's that. You get an assortment of hands. So you get his 2 hands, he comes with fist hands, and then you get 7 other hands. So you get like a hand to hold the manuscript, the one that I've got on him at the minute. You get a little paintbrush or manga artist pen for his drawing if you want him holding a pen, and you get 3 extra hands for Heaven's Door stand. So much stuff with this guy. So yeah, as you can see there, you get a camera, which is awesome because he's kind of like a curious guy who goes around going on holiday finding inspiration for his manga. That's how he becomes part of the team. And then you can just kind of clip that around his neck there. You can either hold it in his hand or you can have it around his neck, which is pretty awesome. As I said, you can't go wrong with having extra accessories, so that's pretty dope. And then finally, if that's not all, if we've not had so many accessories already, you get his teeth gritted alternate head, which you know we don't put on because I don't worry about breaking the neck peg. But considering they're usually a screaming face, I prefer this face. So that is an awesome Brucey bonus right there. Can't argue with that. And then, just for the video purposes, I'll show you when you lift the package up, you get your instruction manual and your display base for Rohan, which is pretty awesome. Can't go wrong with that. You get a spare manuscript, I don't know if you can see that, goes in there. And then this is the where you put his little, so when you first open it, that'll be in there. So yeah, a lot of things, great figure, great sculpt. Cannot go wrong with this guy. I got him again. This time I got him from Plaza Japan. He was on sale. I think he was about 65 bucks. Obviously, you have to, with your postage and stuff, so it would have been about, let's say, 42 UK pound, and then you whack on your 20 quid postage, so yeah, gets you about 65 bucks, but sometimes you have to pay your customs fees as well, which is unfortunate, but either way, you get 2 for 1 really. So you're getting 2 figures in one. And you can't really argue with him, to be fair. So yeah, that's all I got to say about him really. Awesome sculpt, can't pose him that well, but other than that, he's looking pretty dope. So yeah. There's Rohan Kishibe and his stand Heaven's Door. You could say he's the creator of the anime and the manga in figure form. So if you like part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable like me, and you love JoJo's, definitely worth a grab. Great quality, you can't argue. Last thing we'll do, swiftly, before the end of the video, just give me 2 seconds. We'll wrap up by doing a swift comparison. So here's Rohan, next to Josuke Hitashikage, my favourite, personal favourite JoJo in the series and the main character of Diamond is Unbreakable, you could say. And these two don't like each other at all in the anime. Rohan finds him annoying and rude, but Josuke is just persistent and he's awesome. So that looks pretty dope right there. So yep, that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button as always, support the channel, always appreciated. If you didn't, fully understandable, because sometimes we're a bit all over the place with these reviews and just purely disorganised really. So whack the feedback in the comments below. Hit that notification bell so you're always updated with us, and if you're feeling super generous, hit the subscribe button as well. Share with a friend, share with a guy or girl that enjoys JoJo's. And yeah, cheers for your time as always. Stay safe and keep collecting.